Okay. Hello, everyone. A very good morning to everybody from India, and good night to people for watching us from a world. We are so happy to be here with our launch of Ranga. My name is Annika. I'm a content creator and I'm heading the communications at Ranga here. And today I'm extremely happy. You can see my excitement to launch the app on which scholars, academicians, technical expertise, people with technical expertise, and everybody, experts from around the world, are working on for the last 2 years. Ranga is that friend, philosopher, and guide for every parent in this world who are looking out for those platforms to mentor their kids' digital experience. We are here to help you keep a check on your child's digital consumption. The idea is absolutely not to scare any parent, but to hold your hand and walk through in this journey where we're all kind of juggling and struggling with the abundance of digital content that we all oversee. And now I'm extremely happy to invite all my founders and advisors who have led this journey and have given their heart and soul to this platform, which is Ranga. Just to give you a trajectory of the event today, we'll have our founders live in the next 1 minute, and then they will be revealing the Ranga app here, and you would see the app interface for the very first time here in this live session. For people who are watching us from everywhere in the world, thank you for joining us in this journey. And now is the time when I present to the world the founders and advisors of Ranga. Hello, everybody. How are you? How is
Hi,
everyone? So happy. Are you all excited? This is the first time the faces are coming in the front. How are you feeling today?
very, very
Um,
excited.
Ashish German, how are you feeling?
I'm pumped. I'm pumped. It's midnight, but I'm like I just woke up from last 2 years of
Oh, yes, yes.
night. Yeah.
Amitabh,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction and super excited to share our work and looking forward to hearing from all the team members and putting across this platform that we've built for parents to serve children. And yeah, very, very exciting times.
we have Dr. Manish Tiwari also here, requesting him to switch on the video here. And I'm just gonna give a brief introduction. Okay, Dr. Manish Tiwari has also joined us now. How are you feeling about the launch? It's been 2 years
Doing
of
good.
hard work.
I'm good, doing good, and feeling good about it. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna give a brief introduction of the amazing team that I have here and then handing over to the founders to talk about the app, their journey. Also, share with us the stories that you have, the agreements and then disagreements, everything here. Present it to the world. Let's open the app to the world and have an increased team Ranga today with this launch. So I'll begin with I'll begin with Ashish Jaiman, who's the advisor of Ranga, and he's also the director of product at Microsoft Bing Multimedia. He has built social media tools and services for creators and influencers community for innovative storytelling to engage users and drive growth. Dr. Manish Tiwari, who is the founder of Wranga, holds academic background in sociology. His expertise is in policy and research. He is a scholar from JNU and is a strong pillar of Wranga. Dr. Shada Das is the founder of Wranga, is a senior researcher and has an academic background in sociology. He has extensively worked on issues around climate, energy, and environment too. His research interests include sociology and politics of governance, environmental governance, and water, energy, food nexus. And he's the one who is bringing that sociological aspect to Ranga, making it a very holistic application. Last but not the least, Amitabh Kumar, who is a cyber feminist, an online safety activist, and a gender rights activist. He has studied microsystem techniques in Freiburg, Germany, and his core inclination always remained towards fighting for gender rights. And now his work, his extreme dedication is towards online safety. He serves on the safety advisory board of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many other tech companies. So that was a very brief introduction. I do not really have, I wish I had the time to tell the world what extraordinary work all of you are doing here with Ranga and around Ranga too. And now I hand over to Amitabh to start the discussion with the fellow co-founders and advisors of Ranga. And then in few minutes, we will have the Ranga app in front of the world. Amitabh, over to you.
Thank you. There was a bit of a disconnection. So I don't know if Dr. Sharda, who's the head of research, was introduced, as he's also our founding member and is the person responsible for the engine.
He was, he
We
was.
will. Okay, sorry. So I think you asked about agreements and disagreements. So a good team is the one which fights in closed doors and presents itself with smiles outside, and we all fight to create an amazing platform for parents, and that's our mission. और दूसरी चीज ये हिंदुस्तान के लिए है, हमारा बहुत सारा काम हिंदी में भी है और भाषाओं में भी होगा। तो जो लोग इसे देख रहे हैं ये मत समझिएगा कि विदेशी उच्चारण से विदेशी काम हो रहा है, बिल्कुल हिंदी में यहीं के लोग, यहीं के माँ बाप और बच्चों के लिए इसको बना रहे हैं। तो शुरुआत में करना चाहूँगा डॉक्टर मनीष तिवारी सर से, जिनका ये आइडिया था एक्चुअली। सबसे पहली बार इन्होंने ये सोचा था, साथ में हम लोग एक टेबल पे बैठे हुए थे और फिर उसके बाद एक तरीके से बड़ा होता हुआ। तो मनीष सर, व्हाई डोंट यू गेट अस स्टार्टेड ऑन द आइडिया, आपको कहाँ से आया और फिर ये जर्नी जो हमने शुरू की।
Thank you very much, Amitabh, and I must thank the whole team, which is here to kind of, the idea which we started with the discussion and which is now culminating in something called Ranga. So it was like, one day I was sitting with my nephew who was in class 10th then, and he told me, Chacha, I have watched the Mirzapur serial. And I was like, I said, I had heard about Mirzapur by then, that it's something which has a lot of violence, lot of sexual content, lot of kind of, things which we don't really want our young ones to get into. And then I watched it, and after watching this, I was like, how come he can watch it? Something like this, kind of a typical parenting mindset. Then I realized that, had I been kind of somebody who would have known what is there in Mirzapur earlier, I would have probably kind of, given him a mm, choice, like, or maybe an advice how to watch it, how to see it. And when I say how to, it means like, what kind of things he can keep in mind, what kind of ideals or prototypes or other things which he would make in mind, because somebody living in a small town with a maybe a little influential family watching Mirzapur would like to become its the anti-hero. Now that is something which we do not want our children to be, but as a parent we were not aware. So the idea came into, like, in particularly around the OTT content, we have a lot of things around which we do not really know as parents, and children would know it. So we had thought of, like, we should bring in something which would be kind of looking at all the content from a perspective of the Indian subcontinent, and then it should be a kind of advisory which would be helping everybody around, particularly parents, and that was the the germination of the idea around. I started discussing it with Ami, with Sarda, with Ashish ji, and we had thought around, no, this is something which is definitely a need of the hour, because at large in Indian subcontinent, we do not really see a kind of product or like a Ranga for parents. And that is what we had started thinking around. So that was the beginning of the idea. Then we started working around it on the modeling of a framework which should look at the all the content from the Indian perspective, it's Indian subcontinent perspective. And we brought in other team members, and we had started working around it. A lot of research and deliberations went into it around how to measure these, because India is such a diverse country, and there were a lot of disagreements even among us. Like, I look at things from a small town, a rural perspective. Ami looks at it from a Delhi, a metro perspective. Ashiji looks at it from somebody from a perspective who is like, a parent living in US, and they've also got to kind of look at the Indian values for their children. All those things, come, they mix up together. And then we brought in our framework, and after the framework, we started working on the tech part and tech design and how to reach out to parents and all those things. So that's the brief about a journey of the idea I'm like culminating into.
Yeah, amazing. And I think your ability of bringing in such different perspective and people, and what Manish sir carries is the magic of holding people together. He has it because working with such strong heads in the same room is difficult. And I would like to now go to our tech architect, the person who actually looks at it like the Matrix, Sir Ashish Jaiman. Sir, how was it for you when Manish sir got it across and we had our first discussion and where you are envisioning it now? It's been 2 years. It's a long journey. How do you see it grow?
Well, so, again, thank you very much. And it's been such a pleasure, to working with the team and learning along the way as well. As Manish said, there's an idea which I think every parent in this uh, slew of, I'll say thousands of media content, multimedia content created every week across the globe, across OTTs, to games, to phones. Uh, every parent's nightmare is having not enough control of the content that their kids may actually end up consuming. And so when we started talking about it, it felt like, hey, this is what I would have loved to have in my hands. uh, and even in the US, right, the rating system is so archaic, right? It is very generic. It is one size fits all, right? PG 13, like, okay, all 13 years old and younger, right? That does not give enough. So, when we started envisioning, we said, we need to create a system that provides detailed and comprehensive rating and review system, but should also fit and align within the family's personal value and the way the parents wants to raise their kids. Right? I may have a slightly different value system than someone else. So we don't want to create a system where if my son is not allowed to watch something, that does not mean the other parent should actually take my value system and impose on their kids, right? So have to have a system which is flexible enough, but give all the power to parents to make decisions for their kids. So that's the idea. And now how it culminated into a technology is all through the team hard work of research from Sardaji, leadership from Ami, and guidance from Manish. And technologically, we have been actually fortunate to work with really good talent, and bringing some of the innovations like AI and others into the mix, which we'll talk in detail later as well.
True. Thinking about the journey, it's pretty emotional actually. So now I come to Dr. Sharda, because when we came to you, you probably had the hardest task, right? Because the engine. Now the problem was clear as stated, but the solution had to come from you. And whenever you create something new, there are more mistakes than wins. So I would like you to walk us through your approach, and also this review and rating engine that we have created in cultural context. How did you approach it? Where do you see the future of it?
Thanks, Amitav, and then thanks, Anika, for the nice welcome. I think we have like Manish sir and Ashish sir already talked about our journey, so our disagreement and agreement. So it's a kind of I'm not uh, kind of heading the research team. I was just the coordinator. We have a amazing research team consisting of Bismay, Ashish, and others who have really built it, who have discussed it. I was just there to ask question and then reframe it and then doing realign to our objective what we are doing. So when we started our research in this area, so our task is to how to put everything in a context, right? So as Ashish ji said, it's like every means we know every kid is different, every family is sometimes different. So our hardest task is to like not giving them a uniform age rating kind of thing, which is already there in the market, right? So we try to uh, break those specific things into different parts and try to also see how some content is performing on the basis of that scale. So in at Ranga, we kind of tried with several high-profile contents which are intended for kids or kind of appeal to have a appeal to kid, and then we know means we knew that means from our research that media contents are profoundly affects children's social, emotional, and intellectual development. We also means we approach from that side. We are not kind of thinking means with thinking about providing only age specific ratings. We also developed some kind of system which basically uh, 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 provides reliable information to parents as well as families to make a confident decision what to give to their children. In our approach, we also kind of think that we should be like we trying to unbias ourselves, independent. We provide independent rating. We have a approach of qualitative as well as quantitative methods used in our rating, and then the review system is designed such a way where if any of the reviewer do a review, uh, means the bias will be very means bias can be minimized, we can say, and then we are not influenced by any of the content creator or media partner or the funders. So, if I give a short introduction to a review, how we do a review, what are the reviews we have available here means as part of the Ranga reviews. Ranga review provides a very short content, short description of the content, and then with a video explainer, which is very short. And then if someone tries to uh, like want to see the in-depth information, we analyze content in several scales, several factors. In ONTT, we have 11 scale. Right? In apps and games, we have 5 to 6 scales. So on the basis of that, we try to scale rate different videos and different applications and games. And then with the subcategories are really hard to scale, right? Sometimes it's very subjective. So making subjective things, putting into somewhere in the numbers and putting like making it kind of objective, it's very difficult. So in nutshell, I would say, like, I'm sure that the parents must be doing their own research and review of the online contents for their kids. But Ranga review kind of make it easy by providing detailed review of different online content, so that parents know exactly what to expect. That's I think my our approach throughout.
Thank you, and so true. The aim is clear. We want to help parents. We want to be scientific, and we want to be unbiased. Plus, we also want to keep it simple for parents because there is a lot of expectations, and we know these ground realities. We are not playing on parental guilt. That's a decision we made as a team. And what Dr. Shada said, it's very important. It's a team effort. I know we see four faces here, but before I go into and actually show the platform, I would just like to thank everybody, starting from the youngest people, Mr. Vishal Chauhan, Rayan Yunus, Srinath, the team of research, Dr. Vismay Basu, Dr. Ashish Das, who worked so hard, the team of content, which includes Harshun, Mohita, our producer, Mr. Ankur Kapoor, and the content team, Vikram Singh, Pratishtha Arora, our tech team who's helping us right now, the Harrier system led by Mr. Amit, the tech team who worked before it, Mr. Alok. So, as you can see, these are 25 names who are not in the limelight right now. Vijay, who will be leading our digital parenting workshops, the team YOLO, which has been supporting us. So, as you can see, it's a village which takes to bring up a child, and it's a village which has been put together to bring up, Ranga. And now I'll be sharing the platform with you, giving you a quick run through of what all that we have to present. And as we present it, it's the first time it is going out, and we go out with the humility that we have a lot to learn. We have done about 0.1% of our work. So 99.9% is there to come, and we are looking forward to your guidance. तो अब मैं रंगा जो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है वो आपको दिखाता हूँ और बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं सब लोग कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट कर रहे हैं लेकिन दोस्तों जो सवाल होंगे वो भी पूछिए एंड वी वुड लाइक टू connect with you and share those answers as well. So just sharing the screen over here. Perfect. So I think my screen should be visible. Is it? Is my screen visible? Yeah, Anika, could you activate my screen?
Yeah.
What you get to see, that's our logo right there. And the second you come in, putting in the age of your child, and you will see what has been freshly added and what works exactly for them, which is curated for them and their age group. Right on top, you see content which you can show to your child. Once you see it over here, you can be very safe that it's a quick choice that you can make. हम लोग को पता है माँ बाप के पास बहुत कम समय होता है, उनको डिसीजंस जल्दी लेने होते हैं. तो रैंगा का ये एम है कि वो एक सलाहकार बने, वो एक दोस्त बने और आपकी पेरेंटिंग के जीवन को आसान करे. एक बार आपने ओटीटी कंटेंट देख लिया, तब फिर हमने गेम्स पे भी उसी प्रकार से काम किया है. जो चीज डॉक्टर शारदा ने समझाई कि हमने एक रिव्यू सिस्टम बनाया है जो कि अनबायस है और वो गेम के हर पर्सपेक्टिव को देखता है कि क्या ये चाइल्ड के लिए, आपके बेटे के लिए सुरक्षित है, आपकी बेटी के लिए सुरक्षित है, and it also looks into the fact that how can you make sure what is your child indulging in. और अगर आपको इससे जुड़े हुए कुछ सवाल हैं तो भी आप रैंगा टीम से डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हैं। गेम की रेटिंग कुछ इस प्रकार से दिखती है, जैसे पे हम यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं प्लांट्स वर्सेस zombies. Now this is a popular game. It is good for ages 12 and plus. Parents have provided it with a rating as well as a short review from our side. Similarly, वो बातें जो ट्रेंड कर रही हैं, जो अभी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, हर बच्चा उसके बारे में बात कर रहा है, मीडिया में आपको उसके बारे में बताया जा रहा है, वो भी हम एक अलग सेक्शन में आपको दिखाते हैं। और जैसे कि आप इस पेज के नीचे देख सकते हैं, ओटीटी कंटेंट मतलब कि नेटफ्लिक्स, अमेजॉन, डिज्नी, हॉटस्टार, गेम्स, एप्स और एडवाइजरी, इन सबके सेक्शन है जहां पर आप जाकर के एक वीडियो देख सकते हैं, उससे जुड़ा हुआ एक छोटा सा रिव्यू और हमारी रेटिंग, जिसमें अलग अलग मॉरल बोर्ड की चीजें हैं जो आपको बताती हैं कि इस कंटेंट में क्या जरूरी है और क्या ऐसी चीजें हैं जिसके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए। यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं किस प्रकार से हम लोगों ने नेटफ्लिक्स की ऐप के बारे में बताया है कि वो 12 साल से बड़े बच्चे बता सकते हैं, उसकी पीजी रेटिंग क्या है और किस प्रकार से वो आगे चलती है। वो सारी एप्स भी जो कि बच्चों के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी आजकल हो गई हैं, जैसे कि बायजूस, मैसेंजर, जूम, इंस्टाग्राम, व्हाट्सएप. We are constantly looking into the top apps which are important for your child and ensuring that you stay up to date to make the best digital decisions for your child, and you ensure कि वो तकनीक का, इंटरनेट का उपयोग कर रहे हैं, उससे उपयोग नहीं हो रहे। ये हमारी सोच है, यही हमारी पहल है जिसको लेकर के हम आगे चल रहे हैं। हमारे पास एक न्यूज़लेटर भी है जो कि पेरेंट्स को कॉन्स्टेंटली इन्फॉर्म्ड रखेगा, महीने में एक बार आपके पास आएगा और जितनी भी ज़रूरी बातें हैं वो इसके द्वारा आपको बताई जाएंगी। इसको लेकर के आप आगे चल सकते हैं, सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, पेरेंटिंग की वर्कशॉप भी हमारे साथ ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं। तो ये अलग अलग फीचर्स हमारी तरफ से रहेंगे और आने वाले दिनों में और फीचर्स हम आप तक लाएंगे जो कि आपकी आगे भी मदद करेंगे। चलिए, तो ये था रैंगा का एक छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन। ऐप iOS और प्ले स्टोर पे अवेलेबल है, तो यू ऑल कैन गो एंड विजिट, यू कैन डाउनलोड इट एंड देयर विल बी लॉट्स ऑफ फीडबैक कमिंग. The channels of feedback are open. There is a lot of learning that we have to do, and we look forward to your feedback and your interaction and your guidance, क्योंकि पेरेंटिंग एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि हर दिन डेवलप कर रही है। एंड द यूनिक फैक्टर वेयर वी आर इन दिस टाइम इज दैट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम डिजिटल माइग्रेंट्स, हम जैसे लोग जिनको इंटरनेट बाद में मिला 14, 15, 20 साल का होने के लिए, डिजिटल नेटिव्स यानी कि हमारे बच्चे जो कि इंटरनेट के जगत में ही पैदा हुए, उनको बड़ा कर रहे हैं। तो परेशान मत होइए अगर आपके पास जवाब नहीं है, इसीलिए हम लोग ने रैंगा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है और आशा इसी की है कि आप लोग हमारे साथ इसके ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं। और इसके पहले कि मैं अपना एक तरीके से लॉन्च के प्रोग्राम का अंत करूं, एक और बार मैं सब लोगों से, सारे फाउंडर्स से, लेकिन इस बार रिवर्स में, पहले डॉक्टर शारदा से, फिर आशीष सर से, फिर डॉक्टर मनीष से सुनना चाहूंगा कि जो लोग हमें देख रहे हैं और बहुत सारे कमेंट्स भी आ रहे हैं, आप हमारे व्यूअर्स से क्या चाहते हैं? हम जो प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो तो कर ही रहे हैं, लेकिन व्हाट वुड बी द ग्रेटेस्ट हेल्प दैट वी कैन गेट as a platform?
So we would हमारे व्यूअर्स हम लोगों को एक दोस्त की तरह देखें, हम लोगों को रंगा को एक सलाहकार, एक दोस्त माने, उनको जहां पे शक हो, जहां पे कोई उनको मदद चाहिए, वहां पे रंगा हमेशा खड़ा रहेगा। This is what we are expecting from our viewers, that they should believe in Ranga as a friend, that we would try to bring them a kind of, a new navigation into the digital world.
Amazing, amazing. Ashish, Dr. Sharda, thoughts?
जहाँ तक मेरा पेरेंट्स से ये आग्रह है कि रहेगा कि हमारा जो सिस्टम है, जो हम इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, those are all reliable information informed by research. तो उस रिलायबल इंफॉर्मेशन को हम हमको देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उसको जितना चाहे कंज्यूम, जैसे भी चाहे कंज्यूम करें, और कंसीडर करें कि उसको रिलायबल, और जहाँ पे उनको लगे कि हमें ये चीजें नहीं लग रहा है, रिलायबल नहीं लग रहा है, या कोई सवाल है, तो हमें पूछ सकते हैं, वो बार बार उसको पूछ सकते हैं, हम उनको मदद कर सकते हैं उस इंफॉर्मेशन में कैसे पहुंचे, क्यों पहुंचे, और डिसाइड करें, उनको डिसीजन लेने के लिए और भी इंफॉर्मेशन हम प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं। और ये केवल एक हम प्रोडक्ट नहीं बेच रहे हैं, हम एक रिसर्च के द्वारा एक बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज भी क्रिएट करना चाह रहे हैं लोगों की पार्टिसिपेशन के द्वारा। उनके पास भी बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस है जो वो शेयर कर सकते हैं। उस एक्सपीरियंस को लेके हम और भी बेहतर प्रोडक्ट या सर्विसेज बना सकते हैं, और जो उनको जिनको पेरेंट्स या फैमिलीज फिर कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं।
Thank you. And our tech architect at the end, sir, what should be the input of the audience?
See, I think Ami, you said it well that it takes a village, right? And Ranga is that baby that needs a village too. And then I personally think that the village should be all the users and us and everyone together trying to raise all our kids in a very safe environment. So what I would love to get is like learn from each other as well. So if you have ideas, not only share it with us, but through the newsletter, encourage us to so that we can share your learnings to other parents as well.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग। हाँ दोस्तों, गांव के लोग हैं, छोटे शहरों के लोग हैं, तो परिवार बहुत ज़रूरी है, बच्चे बहुत ज़रूरी हैं, माँ बाप बहुत ज़रूरी हैं। ये तो हमारा पर्सनल एक टेक है। लेकिन क्योंकि हम लोग यूनिवर्सिटी के सिस्टम में इतने घुसे हुए हैं कि हम लोग यहाँ सीखने आए हैं, बताने से ज़्यादा सीखने आए हैं, और साथ में सीखेंगे, क्योंकि ये एक नई विधि है। हम अपनी पूरी साइंस और तकनीक लगाएंगे, लेकिन आपका जो फीडबैक है, क्या आपको मदद मिल रही है, आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, आप इसको कैसे सुधारना चाहते हैं, वी आर कॉन्स्टेंटली लुकिंग फॉर फीडबैक, क्रिटिसिज्म, कंस्ट्रक्टिव डिस्ट्रक्टिव, जैसा भी देना है हम सुनेंगे और अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करेंगे। सो yeah, that is all from my side. And once again, thanking the whole team. We are 4 people on this screen right now, but there are at least 25 supporting us, our families. So, Arnika, over to you. Anything last words? Would love to hear from you.
Done with.
You are on mute.
Yes, yes, yes. This was so amazing. I am so excited, delighted, and I'm sure you guys are watching in the comments that we are receiving so much of love showering from across the country and the world too. There's this very interesting question that I want somebody to answer here. That congratulations, Team Ranga. I am curious to know how did you come up with the name? We should definitely answer this one.
Yeah, I know who will answer this because that was the person who came up with the name as well. Manish sir, please go ahead. Manish Bhaiya, we can't hear you yet. Okay, till he gets his sound back. So, as everyone is aware, Manish sir has the inception of the idea, but also spent a lot of time researching that how do we what do we call it, and we cannot just call it a project or a startup or a platform. And while researching, he came across this beautiful name, Ranga, which means ray of light in Sanskrit as well as in Arabic. So it's a merger of cultures. And our idea, our faith is that when we provide this knowledge, it feels like a ray of light where parents figure out what to do. This technological space can be a big burden. There are new apps coming out every day. Sometimes there's a lot of negativity in the media. But our children need to live in a world or are living in a world where media is important. And the idea of Ranga is that we give knowledge for empowerment. That is where we come from. We all have a education activism background, and we are constantly trying to make an impact through capacity building, and that is what Ranga was. And Manish Bhaiya can explain it a lot better than I can. But that is how he explained it to me, and I was sold. And Ashish sir liked it, and Sharda sir liked it, and the team was on board. And we are trying to do something different. We are trying to do something new, and hence we did not want to sound like anybody. And this sounded very unique, so that's how the name came. Uh, बाकी लैंग्वेजेस में कब तक लाएंगे अपनी ऐप? थैंक्स प्रेम, बहुत ही जरूरी सवाल है। अंग्रेजी और हिंदी से हमने शुरुआत की है, हिंदी और अंग्रेजी से हमने शुरुआत की है, और बहुत ही जल्दी बहुत सारी भाषाएं हिंदुस्तान की आपको इस पे देखने के लिए मिलेंगी। और जैसे ही हमको गाइडेंस मिलेगा कि वो दूसरी पहली भाषा कौन सी होनी चाहिए, हम उसके अंदर अपना रिव्यू, अपना कंटेंट लेकर के आएंगे, और हम लोग सीखेंगे। अर्पित बंसल की तरफ से भी कुछ कमेंट है। होप यू हैव अ बटन सेइंग प्ले समथिंग नाउ, आई नीड दैट बटन ऑल द टाइम, but this time I'll be sure that something is safe and educational in playing. Well, Mr. Bansal, your comment is loved by the team. It's already under discussion and we will have it across. और बाकी भी कुछ लोगों के कमेंट्स आए थे जो शायद हम लोगों ने मिस कर दिए थे। दोस्तों, हम उसको नोट कर रहे हैं, और हम अपनी टीम के डिजाइन में और प्लेटफॉर्म के डिजाइन में बहुत ही जल्द उसको लेकर के आएंगे। ऐप एंड्रॉयड और आईओएस पर है, ईमेल है। प्लीज कनेक्ट विद अस, प्लीज आस्क क्वेश्चंस। वी आर कॉन्स्टेंटली लर्निंग एंड वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स दिस। जब मैं टीम का नाम ले रहा था, 3 लोग का नाम लेना मैं इसमें भूल गया। सिबी, राकेश माठी, और बहुत बहुत हमारे दिल के करीब मेरे बहुत ही प्रिय दोस्त वेंकटेश, जिन्होंने शुरुआत से लेके अभी तक इस टीम की बहुत मदद की है और आगे भी करते रहेंगे। सो आई एम लुकिंग एट ऑल ऑफ यू एज अ टीम। गांव वाले हैं दोस्त, तो रिश्ते बना करके ही आगे चलते हैं। तो या दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड। अर्निका, एनी मोर थॉट्स, प्लीज ऐड।
This was amazing, guys. This was really, really amazing. And the kind of comments I want that I show every comment here, but it will keep on appearing throughout the day on social media. We have a lot more activities for everybody today. But at this moment, I just want to say that we have really put in our heart and soul in this, and the expertise, everything that we learned from the field, from learning from other people, is what we have put into Ranga. And the only intent was to help the parent and to walk through in this journey. We are not here to, I mean, I really believe that all the parents who are listening to us, you are already amazing and excellent. We just wanted to help you in that digital part where we still juggle, because there's so much content pouring from all across. So we just take us as your friend, philosopher and guide, I would say that again already. And yeah, that's it. I think a lot more activities to come throughout the day. But I think this is a good time to sign off now. The app is available on App Store and Play Store. And we will soon be having many more changes. The app will go through many more changes. And for that, we really, really want you to give us open feedback and suggestions. You will have the contact details to how you can out to Ranga team members to give your suggestions. But trust me, we are really looking forward to that, because let's make an app which is, let's make this an app which is like crowdsourced with suggestions and feedback. Let's make this really holistic in so I think, yeah, good time to sign off now. To all the people who are commenting, who were with us, thank you so much. This was really, really special. To all my founders and advisors, you have been pillars of Ranga. You are incredible, all of you. The kind of attention you give to the young team, to all of us who have already been coming with the thousand of questions every day, is something which is incredible. It's an amazing communication that we have built here, and I really, really believe that this will take us to places. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Signing off now.
Thank you. Bye.
this was the land, and I am really happy that all of you joined us. You could find time for us. I am so happy that now you could meet our founders and advisors. Throughout the day, we have activities lined up for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. We have an amazing lineup of mom influencers, the amazing mom influencers who would be sharing their journey with us. And also, we want them to be a part of our journey. So, I'm really sorry for that last minute internet issue. But yes, throughout the day, we have our social media bombardments. Please join us in that journey too. And from 3:30 onwards, we have these amazing influencers joining us and having giving us feedback on what do they think about the content that we are presenting to you via Ranga. And in the evening is a this is a very special evening because I'm gonna bring to you the team members of Ranga. Everybody will come live on Instagram from 7 p.m. onwards. So join us there too. And now this is Anika signing off. See you soon.